You ever see those pictures of the giant cruise ships and just think, yeah, no way I can afford that? Well, we're about to blow that myth right out of the water. Let's break down how you can turn that dream vacation into a totally budget friendly reality just by using a few simple but really powerful insider tapes.
I mean, this is the core conflict, isn't it? On one hand, you've got the promise of these incredible views and amazing destinations, but on the other, there's this nagging fear of all the hidden fees and a credit card bill that just follows you home. But you know what? It really doesn't have to be that way. The secret is just understanding how the cruise lines make their money and planning ahead.
And that planning, it starts right now in phase one, booking your smart escape. Seriously, your biggest financial wins are going to happen way before you even think about what to pack. These first decisions you make are going to set the tone for your entire budget.
Being strategic right from the get-go is absolutely crucial. Okay, first up, timing is everything. Booking during what they call wave seasons, so early in the year or in the fall, can seriously slash your fare. Second, keep an eye on the price after you book. If it drops before you make that final payment, a quick phone call can often get you that new lower rate. And finally, be honest with yourself about that cabin. How much time are you actually going to spend on a private balcony?
Because choosing an interior room, we're not talking about saving a few bucks here. We're talking about saving hundreds of dollars. That's money you can put toward an amazing excursion, or a couple of nice dinners, or, just keep in your bank account. You're probably only going to be in your room to sleep and change anyway, so why pay a huge premium for a view you're going to be getting from the top deck all day long for free? And before we totally leave the booking phase, let's talk about packing. Buying simple stuff on the ship is ridiculously expensive. The cruise lines know they've got you. You're a captive audience. So packing these things yourself is one of the easiest money-saving hacks there is. Think about it like this. That bottle of sunscreen that cost you, $5 at home? That could easily be $20 or even more on the ship. Okay, so you've booked smart, you've packed smart, and now you're finally on board. So let's move into phase two, mastering life at sea. This is where you're going to face a dozen little spending decisions every single day, and they can add up so fast if you're not ready for them. So, I've got a question for you. Think about everything you can possibly buy on a cruise ship. You've got souvenirs, spa treatments, you name it. What do you think is the single biggest, most common budget killer for the average person on a cruise? Yep, drinks. It's really that simple. From sodas and fancy coffees to those cocktails by the pool, the cost of drinks can easily double your cruise fare if you're not paying attention. It's the silent budget killer that just sneaks up on you, one $10 pina colada at a time. Now, of course, the cruise lines have what seems like the perfect solution, the all-you-can-drink package. And yeah, it sounds super tempting. But here's the reality. When you actually do the math, you often have to drink something like 6, 8, maybe even 10 alcoholic drinks every single day just to break even. And let's be real, for most people, that's just not a good deal. But don't you worry, because here are the hacks that savvy cruisers use all the time. First, check your cruise line's policy. Most of them will let you bring a bottle or two of wine on board. That's perfect for a pre-dinner drink in your cabin. Second, take advantage of all the free options like iced tea and juice. And this one is a game changer. Bring a reusable bottle and fill it up for free all day long. So what about the food? You know how cruise lines are always pushing their specialty restaurants, the ones that cost extra? Well, the reality is you probably don't even need them. The food in the main dining room and the buffet is already included in your fare. And honestly, the quality is often fantastic. You can have an incredible multi-course meal every single night without paying a single penny extra. Okay, beyond food and drinks, you gotta keep your eyes open for these other common money traps. The gift shops are way overpriced. The professional photo packages, they look great, but they are very pricey. And definitely the internet. Just use the free Wi-Fi and port whenever you can. There are so many amazing free shows and parties included that you really don't need to pay for extra activities. All right, let's step off the ship for a little bit. Phase 3 is all about making the absolute most of your destinations without breaking the bank. Short excursions can be a massive expense, but they really don't have to be. So, here's the big choice you're going to face in every port. Booking through the cruise line is easy, for sure, it's convenient, but you are paying a serious premium for that convenience. We're talking sometimes double what you'd pay just booking directly with a local company or doing it yourself. Going private or DIY is not only cheaper, but it often gives you a way more flexible and authentic experience.
And look, I get it. The idea of doing it yourself in a foreign country can sound a little intimidating, but trust me, it doesn't have to be. In a lot of these really popular Caribbean ports, like Cozumel or St. Thomas, which you see right here, it's incredibly easy and totally safe. There are taxis waiting for you right at the pier, beautiful beaches are just a short ride away, and you can explore at your own pace for just a fraction of the cost.
This brings us to our final and maybe the most important phase, the savvy cruiser mindset. We've gone over a lot of specific tips and tricks, but the real key to an affordable cruise is just getting into the right frame of mind from the very beginning. And that whole mindset, it really just starts with a simple plan. Before you even step foot on that ship, create a little budget for your onboard spending. Decide beforehand what you're willing to spend on things like drinks, souvenirs, and tours. And here's a great tip. Prepay your gratuities. It helps spread out the cost, and it means you don't get hit with one big charge on your final bill. It's a psychological win. And folks, this right here, this might just be the most powerful money-saving tool you have. Cruise ships are designed to make you feel like every single thing is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that you just have to buy. When you feel that impulse, just stop for a second and ask yourself this one simple question. It is an amazing filter for telling the difference between a truly memorable experience and an impulsive purchase you'll forget about next week. So, what's the big takeaway here? What does this all boil down to? Cruising on a budget doesn't mean you have to skip all the fun. It is not about sacrifice. It's about making informed choices from the cabin you book to the drink you order that let you have an absolutely incredible vacation without all that financial stress. It's about traveling smarter, not cheaper.